Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Dr. Donna. Welcome to week 32 of 9. Last week I read the Wright Brothers. Here's what I have for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have heard about the Wright Brothers, and I must admit I've never read a book about the Wright Brothers. This book came to me from someone who was moving to another country, and they were giving books away, and I went over there, ladies and gentlemen, and I grabbed 26 books. Y'all know I love me some books. When reading this book, I used an open perspective because I've heard things, but I didn't actually know the story. And even my daughter has read books and has school assignments on them, but I needed to know for myself. What did I discover? I discovered two brothers who had a love for each other as well as a love for the future. And when I heard about the Wright brothers in the past, they were always talking about, oh, they just took this metal machine, invented it, and said it could fly. And that wasn't actually the case. I had no idea about the hardships that took place at Kitty Hawk and Kill Devil. I didn't understand that it took years and years and years and years of trial and error. I also didn't know that the bike shop is the reason why they were able to fund all of their research, and they refused to take on private investors. Once everything started and they had their first flyer and then they continued on, I appreciated the work ethic. And not only the work ethic, but the actual safety precautions that they took, the skill set, the research, how they went and took all of the information that they already had access to, and then they used it. And then when they found out that that didn't work, they built it themselves. Now, you have to think about this. Neither one of the brothers went to school for engineering or anything else, and they just had the skill set from their bike shop. And yet they were able to be the first people to actually fly. And the best part about it was not only did they learn how to fly and build an aircraft or an airplane that was able to fly, but then they went and did something grand. They taught other people how to be pilots. Now, how often do people do something grand and then they don't teach anybody else how to do it? How often does that occur? There were so many principles of real leadership that was demonstrated throughout this book. I have to tell you which ones that I believe that took place during this book. Additionally, I'd also like to say that, yes, I am recommending this book. It's a little bit over 250 pages. It's well worth the read. So without further ado, I'd like to tell you this, of the 74 principles of real leadership, which ones were demonstrated in the Wright brothers. Last week's New Beginning, every day I did an entire topic in Duolingo. And that required me to do my normal 15 minutes and additionally complete anywhere from 4 to 6 lessons a day. I stayed in German because that's my language that I started learning in high school, and I decided I needed to go back and get really familiar with it to the point that I would enjoy being fluent in German. It was a great new beginning. This week's book, American Kingpin. Well, that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get out of here, just remember the power of 9. New beginnings expand your mind. Adios.